Hi, my name is Joris. I'm a researcher at the Netherlands Institute for Social Research. In Dutch, het Sociaal en Cultureel Planbureau, or in short, het SCP. I'll be saying something about the project called Developing Future Scenarios on Social Cohesion in the Netherlands. But before introducing the project, I'll be first saying something about the Institute. So the activities of the Netherlands Institute of Social Research include monitoring life situation and quality of life in the Netherlands, evaluating governmental policy in this regard, and performing forward-looking studies in support of future policy. Het SCP is a professional organization which carries out work independently and on a scientific basis. And in its capacity as a knowledge institute, het SCP performs scientific research that is relevant for governmental policy. Formerly, the Netherlands Institute for Social Research is part of the Dutch Ministry of Health, Welfare and Sports, and het SCP was established by royal decree in 1973. The official tasks of SCP are threefold. So first of all, describe the social and cultural situation in the Netherlands and outline anticipated developments. Secondly, provide the information needed for well-considered choice of policy objectives and resources and the development of alternatives. And third, evaluate governmental policy, for example, concerning elderly, young people, or ethnic minorities. But SCP also publishes reports on several other topics. The Netherlands Institute for Social Research is a governmental agency which conducts research in the social aspects of all areas of governmental policy. The main fields studied are health, welfare, sports, social security, the labor market, and education, with a particular focus on the interfaces between these fields. The reports published by SCP are widely used by government, civil servants, local authorities, and by academics. The current project is on developing demographic scenarios for the year 2050. So the Dutch government asked several knowledge institutes to think about what the Netherlands would look like in the year 2050. For instance, NIDI and CBS, so Statistic Netherlands, already created 9 scenarios on how the Netherlands can develop demographically in the year 2050. Het SCP was asked to think about how social cohesion would develop in the Netherlands in the light of the future demographic composition. And in this case, social cohesion is a multidimensional concept. But for this project, it can be understood as trust within and between different social groups in the Netherlands. So first of all, the Netherlands will create future scenarios on social cohesion in the light of these socio-demographic developments. And this will be inspired by the scenarios developed by NIDI and CBS shown on the previous slide. However, demographic changes can only explain a small part of the story. So het SCP would also like to look into other possible important developments. So therefore, het SCP is interested in the possible mediating role of digitalization in social cohesion. And furthermore, het SCP wants to explore the possibility of using agent-based modeling for answering questions involving trust between social groups. For het SCP, the use of these complex systems methods is new. So it's an open-ended question whether these methods can be of added value for a knowledge institute of like SCP, where the main purpose is scientific research for the benefit of policy making. Therefore, SCP would like to investigate whether agent-based modeling can be of added value to inform policymakers. So the 3 main questions to be answered are, first, how can agent-based modeling be useful for answering policy questions concerning social cohesion and trust? Secondly, what is the effect of digitalization, so for instance, social media use, on social cohesion and trust within and between social groups, for instance, ethnicity, education level, and age? The third question is, which other methods can be used to model influence of social media use on social cohesion and trust between social groups in the Netherlands? So as output, ideally an agent-based model will be developed, which can be used to explore future scenarios on social cohesion under the influence of social media use. Think in this case about in and out group trust between various groups in the Netherlands and the possible, often suggested polarizing effect of social media use. So we're really looking for a tool to explore future scenarios on social cohesion. And we don't want to have, so not something of a point prediction, because this is really unrealistic in 30 years' time, but really a tool to explore what-if scenarios. The results can be part of both an SCP publication to inform Parliament and policymakers, but also the results can be made into an article for an academic journal. And what can you expect from SAP? We can offer to be a sparring partner if needed. And we can help with, for instance, literature search on social cohesion modeling and other types of theory. And we can help out with possible data sources if this is needed. And last but not least, we would like to invite you for a lunch and a tour at SAP in Den Haag, of course, if the situation allows. So thank you, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.